What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo here at the Lift Factory with Stu, the CFO. Stu's nice enough to give us a tour, walk us around. We can go through the entire place, meet their people, check out their products. Can't go to back in that room because that's where the proprietary board making area is, and they just took us through really impressive, super cool to see how everything is done. See how they put all those boards together, all the parts and pieces, and you know the amazing the craftsmanship that's going into these things. It's not just like, you know, slap some epoxy in there. This is a very, very impressive process. So Stu, tell us a little about the lift foils. So give us a little overview of what we got here.
Matt, as always, glad to have you here for a visit. You know, lift foils, we've been around shipping e-foils for the last 5 years. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of growth. We just moved into this 22,000 square foot facility a little over a year ago, so we're still filling it up a little bit, but growing and growing. Actually looking for another big facility around the corner, which will be just additional growth. So always appreciate our partners, Real Watersports being one of our favorites, but definitely good to have you guys here. And now we'll go around and do a little tour of the factory.
Yeah, so psyched with all the stuff they have here. You know, not only e-foils, but also the other foils, like their surf foils. I got to ride the 90 and the new 26 tail. Just to keep pushing it. You know, if anyone's ever seen Nick on a foil, you can understand why those foils are so good, because he's insanely good at foiling. Just ran into him in the office and he's like, yeah, I don't get as much as but he's still like one of the best foilers on the water. You know, incognito by the cloak of darkness, but that guy's amazing. So yeah, let's take a quick tour through, and Stu's gonna run us through the whole factory except for the board manufacturing.
All right.
Higher thing.
No, that's no 5 minutes. So board comes in here, the guys put on all the latches, attach the top to it as well. It'll go through 4 stages. When it gets over here, they'll put the inside seal around it. It'll get a vacuum seal test as well. The pad goes on top of it. The pad goes on top of the hatch box as well. So those processes go through here. The 4 guys are putting out about 40 units a day.
Cool.
Which is right where we want them to be going into season. Potentially there's, and that's in an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
So if we need to increase it and have all the components that we need, they'll go through and, you know, work an extra day or work 10-hour days or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're hitting our goal for where we want to be in this particular area. That's fine.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, if it drops, I'll be the one in trouble. So anyways, it goes through 4 stages, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, handles, boards, etc. We'll see a finished one out here on one of the racks. And again, vacuum test is kind of the last step. Make sure that it's as water resistant. Nothing's waterproof.
Yeah.
You know, options that are ready to go. Those are all propulsions. We've got another 400 propulsions already built up at the across the street. Trying to gear up and make sure that we have everything.
Look at all the tailwinds. Oh my god, just like thousands of them.
Now we got this too. So in here we've got the e-box assembly area. So this is where the brain of the e-foil is kind of built and put together. We got a station of about 5 guys that put together about 50 units a day. On the other side of this room we've got the propulsion. So it starts with the mast, we add in the motor, add a propeller, run the cables through, and you can kind of see as we get down here that you've got mostly finished units waiting for the final connectors, but these are finished units that have been completely assembled, ready to go into an e-foil and out the door. ESC propulsion board gets all here, they put it all together, everything gets assembled, so here, it's open. Yep. So they'll go through, install the ESC box, they'll install the propulsion onto it, put the battery in, pair it up with the controller, make sure everything works together before it goes out. So
full test run.
100%, everything gets tested before it gets boxed up and goes out the door. Sometimes it's like frustrating, a customer gets it and you're like, man, I know we tested it, what happened between the
operator error?
Sometimes it is, but just frustrating, you know, sometimes when you're like, I know they tested it, I see them out here all day long.
Right, putting it together, yeah.
You know,
right, you hear them, yeah.
Right, but it all comes together, they'll go through and put that in, you know, they're keeping track of just like little knick-knack things like what size propulsion might go with it, US cord or Euro cord, whatever, and box it up. You see a lot of rolling racks, so all these racks are rolling. So just roll that over. done, it goes into 2 boxes, as you're familiar with. Big box for the board and wing, small box for the propulsion. Battery's still coming from California right now.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Once that's done, what you see like here is basically today's production. Those are all obviously going out the door. These and those and these were produced today.
Right.
If they're not staying here, they're going to the next warehouse tomorrow and start all over again.
Right.
So, and then that's where they box up all the classic stuff. So whether it's just surf foils or surfboards and stuff like that, it's boxed up all in that section. So this section is for the e-foil, that section over there is for everything else.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome.
It's a bunch of good guys and gals. And lots of good people around, which just makes it easier.
Yeah, right. And people are passionate about what they're doing. They want to make a high quality product. It's evident, and that's the whole thing.